Hi, welcome back. We're continuing to draw our favourite YouTubers and celebrities, and this time I'm going to be showing you Justin Bieber. Here's a few sketches I did in advance, just trying his face out from different pictures, different angles and things, and that's given me a kind of feel for how he looks, so I'm going to try and do one fresh for you now. And here we go. Now then, he's got quite a long face, and I'm going to start with a lot. I mean, it's much longer than an ordinary head would be, but that's kind of elongated egg shape. That'll give us a good start. It's only a rough guideline. Now, Justin Bieber's often drawn or photographed looking down, so I'm going to start with this kind of centre line. This is going to be his eye line, but if I curve it like that, it gives the impression, it will give the impression that he's kind of looking down. Likewise, if he's going to be looking off to the left here, that's the kind of centre of his face. And you can see, you can imagine that this is an egg shape that's kind of looking out away from us. Now then, about halfway between here and here, I'm going to draw another mark there, and I reckon his nose sits a little bit higher than that, and his mouth sits a fair bit lower. So just position the basic features. His eyes will go on this line. This is the eye line, about halfway between top and bottom. Make his eyes a bit bigger than they would normally be. As we're doing with these videos, I'm just showing you how to, if you just exaggerate the size of things, the relevant features, it can really help to get the idea of the person that you're drawing. Okay, so this is if you can get to that, we should be making a good start. Okay, what to do first? Let's have a go. Plot that nose in. This is the centre line. So imagine the nose is kind of starting here and then just creeping forward of the centre line a little bit, if that makes sense. Just a simple shape there for now. Okay, now going up here, got his eyes there, and let's do those eyebrows where he's always doing that, raising his eyebrows, so have them quite high up there, and they're quite thick. Just draw them in as kind of shapes for now, like that way. So you can see this centre line helps you to position them either side, just to make sure that you're at the same distance on either side of the face, even if that has to come forward a little bit. Right, lips. Okay, now I'm going to do the lips, kind of a bit frowny in the middle and turning up at the ends. I think that's kind of something of his look there, and really big and full at the top. There we are. You might find that that's just got, might be an idea to sit it slightly ahead of the centre line there, just to bring the bottom jaw out slightly. And again, a big lower lip there as well. Okay, now what's really important is to get the shape of the overall face there, and I can see that I've come a bit down here. What I need to do is just extend that chin further. He's got quite a big front to the chin there, and let's have a look. This is where the kind of forehead comes in, and I'm just trying to get that. It's quite a subtle line down the side of the face here. So you've got the cheekbone there, and his cheek and the chin, and then into a strong jaw here. Okay, now, and I'm drawing his ear here. If you follow that line round, that's the kind of where the ear should start, on the side of the head, usually level with the top of the eyes and the bottom of the nose. So that all maps on there quite neatly, if you can see that. And the centre line here can give us the centre point for where his widow's peak, or the hairline, comes in, and that would follow that sort of shape. Yeah, he's got his big quiff these days, so that's what we're doing. I'm just doing it very roughly, just to kind of get the general shape of the head, to see that we're going okay. This is his neck. Right, now then, that's not looking too bad. I might start to work it up into a little bit more detail. Starting with the eyes, you can get the eyes right, you're halfway there with these caricatures. And he's got big eyes, and he's got kind of a lid that you can see over the top. And I'm going to do his iris there, quite big. Okay, slightly sad looking eye. Poor little Justin Bieber. Okay, now I'm drawing the pupil there, but I'm just leaving a highlight there. I might even just draw that as a circle. Make sure I don't cover that over. There we go. And a little bit of eyelashes there. Still not working in too much precise detail because I may need to change at any time. I could just look at it and think, oh my gosh, that's gone all wonky. So you see his eyes are looking at us, so they're obviously not in the middle of his eyes. The irises have to be angled towards us, so this is right close into his nose, this side. And just like before, just draw that highlight and the pupil can sit around that. Colour that in for a start. Okay. And again that heavy lid. And suggestion of eyelashes there. Right, okay. Eyebrows, I think we can go a little bit higher even. And they're quite hairy. So let's not be scared to just draw them in there. That's the good thing about boys, if you get things like this a bit too heavy, it doesn't really matter, but you don't want to draw a girl with big thick eyebrows. Okay, and I might just bring his forehead out a little bit. Okay, the nose, let me think, let's see. It's got a slightly raised bridge there and quite bulbous on the end. And then, there we go, that's good enough, I reckon. Now then, his lips. They're a bit pouty usually. I might just bring it forward a little bit. If I draw this little bit here under the nose, and have that kind of pulling forward, then that gives a good centre for the lips. Okay, much smaller on this side than on this side, because that's facing away. And there we go, just turn it up at the corners. A little bit of an indent there. Here we are. Now he's looking a bit sparkly eyed there. I'll just colour those in a little bit. Just so. Right. And let's have a look at the chin. Might do a little bit of just a suggestion of a little dimple in the chin there. Not very much, you don't want to overdo it. In fact, I might just bring it forward slightly. And just check this line here, that's not looking too bad. There we go. Right then, just draw the hairline now. It comes in around the side of the head like so. A little bit of a sideburn there. And this is just kind of very close to the head there, and then it becomes a big old quiff at the top. See a bit around there. And this is all about hair gel, but just getting the general shape and the kind of general direction of growth here. Obviously I'm not drawing drawing every hair, but I want to just get the kind of silhouette of it. And draw an ear there. Ears aren't important, I'll just do that very roughly. Give him an earring, because he's cool. Cool people have earrings. Okay. How's that looking? I'll tell you what, I might just draw a little bit of a line under here. Not like bags, but just where the eye kind of narrows slightly. It just lifts underneath. Now then, what do we think? Maybe something here to bring in that. Boys and girls' shapes, faces, they differ most, in fact, in the shape of the outline of the face. You wouldn't get a heavy chin like this on a girl, I wouldn't draw the jawline quite so firmly on a girl. It's very masculine kind of features. Other things like eyes, lips, noses, they actually can be interchangeable. Eyebrows, of course, will be much heavier. But yes, it's the weight of the neck as well. I mean, this neck is much thicker than I'd do a girl's neck, even though it's a kind of it's not carefully observed. It's a rough kind of caricature, but it definitely has a more masculine feel. I think I might just work on the eyes a little bit here. There's something, if I just darken them up a bit, that might help to get that characteristic look. Add some lashes here, and maybe a little bit, I'll just erase it underneath a tiny bit there. This, by the way, is an eraser. It just happens to be in the shape of a pencil, so you can get in there and work at little details. Very cheap and very effective. Yeah, I might just raise that lower lid a little bit. How's that looking? He's got very dark eyes, so if I shade them in, it helps to see how the likeness is doing. What should I do with it now? I think I'm just going to clean it up and leave it as a pencil drawing for now. So what do we do? First of all, just get rid of the main guidelines, just with a big crude rubber here. I never like things to be too neat, but it's always good to get rid of these guidelines. And this is just any old rubber. I think it just laying around on the table, but you can get lots of different sorts. You can in fact spend quite a lot of money on getting all that sort of kit, but generally anything will do, as long as it's not too ropey and scratchy. You can see this one's quite dull, so it's no good for doing sharp corners. If it's all I had, what I might do is cut it in half, and I could use some of the corners then for getting into detail. But I've got this one here that I showed you earlier, and that is very good for cleaning up around the edges of things. And you just don't want to get too heavy with it, just tidy things up generally. And I'm pretty well okay with that, really. What I'll do now is just erase those highlights in the eye, make them sparkle really brightly. I've got a darker pencil. This is a 3B. It's just a bit softer lead, makes a darker mark, and you can use that to kind of just redefine the drawing. So I'm going to very dark eyebrows. I might as well just get straight in and do those again. And get that arch in that one. Okay, these are probably heavier eyebrows than on the real Bieber, but it doesn't matter if they go a bit exaggerated. It all helps with the likeness. What I can see I've forgotten to do is these lines across the forehead, because this chap often wrinkles his forehead up. I don't know why. Okay, let's just do some work on that hair. I'm using the side of the pencil here, and that way you can kind of cover the paper quite swiftly. You're not tempted to get into too much detail. So I'm doing the area just underneath where the hair kind of touches, meets the hair, the head, like that. And I leave a bit of shine there, so I'm not going to colour it all in. Just try and get the direction of the growth and the general shape and something of a colour. Now that is cropped close to the head here, so it's really just a case of shading it in. I might even be tempted to put a few kind of texture lines here just to suggest that it's bristles there, but I'm never too worried about detail. It's the overall look that matters, and it's always more interesting to just get on with the next drawing rather than tinker away at the same one for a very long time. So that's I mean, the hair's pretty much okay there. I mean, I could work it in a lot more detail, but frankly I would rather do something more interesting. I'm just going to work on the eyes. I mean, those are quite important feature, these great big doe eyes, so I get them quite dark and shiny, so outline them quite strongly and put in quite a strong shadow at the top of the eye, and then let it just soften down towards the bottom of the eye. Okay, and get those lashes, lover boy lashes in there. A little suggestion of lashes around the bottom end, and that kind of hooded part of the eye. Might just a little bit of shading there, just to show the eye sunk inside the orbit of the head. Now then, same round here. Not too much detail, but if you're going to put detail at all, it's always a good idea to concentrate it around the eyes where so much of the character lies. Right. I'm not going to go into a full shading here. I'm just making effectively a clean line drawing with a little bit of extra emphasis added. So show the other side of his nose there. I might just be inclined to put a little bit of shading there. Let's bring that nose forward. Likewise, just down here at the sides. This gives a little bit of shape to that side, that part of the face. Let's even this out. And the lips, let's have a look. Can really get those going now. So draw the darkest part of the lips is right in the middle, so I'll draw that quite firmly. You notice my pencil's not that sharp. I'm still not interested in going for pin sharp detail. It really is, it makes for a much harder drawing if you do that. Let's keep things soft and a little bit ill-defined. It actually works wonders for likeness. Right, the lower lip here. Okay, now just a little bit of shading around here, following the line that the lips make. Do you see there? There's a little bit of shine there because the light's coming from here, the light reflecting on that side of the eye and that side of the lip. And it gives me the chance, obviously, to make this profile quite defined, because all the light, this would all be shadow under here. So, like I say, I'm not doing a proper full-on kind of shaded drawing, but a little bit of shadow just down that side doesn't do any harm to give it a kind of a three-dimensional feel. Right, it's almost there, just add a bit of detail here. Like I say, no one's interested in the ears, but if you don't put something there, it's going to look a bit odd. Come a little stub there. And a little bit of shading under the cheekbone. Just a bit under here, really. Bring the eyes out a touch. There you go. Alright, I'm happy with that. Okay, I think we'll leave it there for now. I will be teaching you how to draw lots of other YouTubers, pop stars and celebrities. All you've got to do is hit that button to subscribe and keep looking at the postings. If there's anyone you're interested in, particularly in learning to draw, let us know and we'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.